Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Power Rangers Playskool Heroes Gold Ranger and Pterazord. These are the slightly quote-unquote larger scale Megazord figures we've gotten. It's really funny, when we first saw them I thought they were going to be like quite a bit bigger. Like they're kind of more like the cheaper $20 Megazord scale of things. So you get the Megazord, obviously. He does come with 2 missiles for the missile firing action. I have no idea where my second one went. When I was opening it, it fell somewhere on the floor and I have not been able to find it, so sorry about that. I have literally no idea where it went. Through some sort of portal? Did it show up at the final battle of Endgame just to fire at Thanos? Like, I don't know. But it is supposed to come with 2, so just note that I only have 1 because I'm an idiot. He does come with a little minifigure like all the other ones do. This one's really interesting. I mean, they got the color show accurate for Dino Charge, where instead of being gold, it's this nice urine color. So that's a thing. I kind of like dig the way this one's stylized specifically. Like, I don't know why, other than it just not really being a Gold Ranger. I just kind of dig it. It's kind of weird because it does have a mouth there where, you know, the Dino Charge ones just have like a flush faceplate there. And then even when they get the supercharged mode, they remove the silver faceplate. So it's really weird. Like, it kind of reminds me of those little like Micro Machine figures from back in the day, or like either an official or unofficial art you'll see where they don't look quite right. But there's something I kind of dig about him for some reason. Like, I don't know, he just kind of looks kind of adorable and cool at the same time. And they got like just the right amount of details on there. There's some of these that I feel just look like not that great, but I think other than the color, this one looks pretty solid. You do have little bits of articulation, the legs that move together, the head and the arms and stuff. So yeah, he's a fine little figure. As far as the Megazord itself, I actually really dig it. Now, compared to the Rhinozord, which I have not found yet, but I will be covering, this isn't as interestingly stylized because that one's like smushing together Jungle Fury and Wild Force's Rhinos, whereas this is just basically what Ptera is, but it's just slightly redesigned. It looks more like an Enforcer Knight, or like these would be like actual Pteracharge Megazords like henchmen. So I actually kind of dig it. Like, at the base it is exactly what it is, except this is laid flat down. And then, see, like, flat down, boom, just like that. And then you have, like, the helmet being a lot more of a, like, you know, stout helmet where it looks like, you know, it's a bigger, like, bulky type knight rather than more of a wing knight type thing, if that makes any sense, like broader shoulders. So I actually kind of dig it. I think it looks pretty awesome, if I'm being honest. And it's still not, like, the most expensive feeling material, but it feels a little bit more, worth it than the other ones where they just felt really cheap, like the Wolf and the Tyrannosaurus and stuff. I mean, this doesn't feel like, you know, you're buying a high-end toy, but it feels a lot more solid, and I'm very much appreciative of that. You know, the details are basic, but the gold looks actual gold, so yeah, it's nothing where I'm like, oh my god, guys, buy it now before he falls back over! I think it's a really cool looking thing that I was really surprised with. Transformation is very simple, but before we show that off, there is the cannons back here, which work for both modes. You don't have to detach it and reattach it. Just kind of pull this to like let those go, and then just bring them around so you have the cannons. So then he looks even more cool. I really dig that. And then of course, you have your missile firing action. If you had both and you weren't an idiot, then you would have 2. So just don't be an idiot like me and you're good to go. That's just good advice for all of life. Like, if you're ever thinking, could it be so much worse, I could be Dawson and not have the 2 missiles for the Pteracharge Megazord. But so yeah, I think that looks really cool. I mean, he just looks like an awesome, like, henchman drone thing. Like, I really dig it. You're kind of left with a lot of leftover extra if you don't want to pose it like that. And the wings are meant, quote-unquote, for the other mode, but you can also bring them out in this mode if you want. I'm Batman. No, just kidding, it's not Robin Pattinson. But you can do both too, they don't hinder each other, so that's neato burrito. Now for the transformation, make sure you guys get out your notepads because this is pretty complicated. It's basically like a huge masterclass transformer. So first you're gonna take this, fold it up. Alright, you got that? And then take the wings and fold them out. Did you get all that? Should I do it again? Rewind? Like, do you want to rewind? Do you want me to pause it? Do you want to do both? Should I go back in time? That's just a lot of pieces to remember. And then these obviously go like this here as well. And you can have these bits kind of raining down, like pew 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 pew, I'm raining down. That's exactly what they say. So yeah, and then you can have it doing that too, I guess. So it's kind of like a scarf for him. Oops. But you have this little bit here where now the Gold Ranger can ride on there. So it's like, and it kind of stays in there nicely. Like it kind of like latches onto it for you, which is neat, like an almost magnetic feel to it. I think it is a magnetic feel, actually. Yeah, because you can see the little magnets right there. That's right. So that's really nice. So Wow! Still stays on there a lot more nicely, which is just kind of a nice little bonus, which I do appreciate. You know, it would stand there fine, but the fact that it's a magnetic thing feels really satisfying, makes it feel a little more secure unless you do this. Well now, come on, can you at least give me some consistency? Just anticipate my need. It doesn't look as cool, I feel. Man, I'm just falling all over the place today. This does not look as cool, I feel. Like, it gets the job done, and it's a simple transformation as is, but this really simplifies it, which makes sense. But basically, it's only a two-part thing, but it just really feels like a pterodactyl just grew out of this, and all of a sudden is flying this body. But, you know, it gets the job done for what it is. I definitely prefer the mecha mode. It is nice and easy to transform, and I get this is meant to be the more simplistic toy, but it would be nice if it had a little bit something extra in terms of transformation, and you can clip him on there and do the same thing. I think that looks a little bit cooler overall with him staying there. And again, I appreciate the magnetic latch on there. I think that's pretty neat. So overall, I'm actually pretty pleased with this. Again, I wouldn't say it's an absolute must own, and it's like not at the top of my recommendation list for the Hasbro lines, but I think if you're into this, I think kids will definitely get a kick out of it. I think honestly, these are my biggest recommendation for kids out of the Playskool line so far, because I think they have a lot more playability, they look a lot nicer, they don't feel like you just bought your kid something super cheap bootleg at Big Lots like it feels like, you know, it should. It's the discount kids line, but it doesn't feel like you just got ripped off by the people selling the fake Turbo Man doll. And if you're a collector, honestly, this isn't too bad of a robot to put up with your other stuff. I think it looks pretty cool, especially if you're a huge Dino Charger Kyuger fan. This is a really cool alternate Sentry looking robot. Anyway, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for all my videos so you don't miss any of my Power Rangers news and toy reviews. Hopefully very soon I will be covering the Rhino one and recovering from all the fumbles in this review. Till next time, Dawson Ryder signing out.